welcome to my channel. Thank you for watching. Just in general, thank you. I'm not gonna do the intro that I used to do. I'm just not. I just did a video, a different story time, about a mixer that I went to, networking, and I mentioned in that video that we were homeless at the time. I want to clarify, we slept in our car one night. And I think I just kind of skimmed through it, but then I was putting my rings on, and I put on some lectures because I watched the video back, and I was like, oh girl, you're looking rough. And I got some new clip-ins right away. So anyway, but yeah, so I was watching back. I was like, oh, let me clarify, because I don't like giving misinformation. But when you're talking, things tend to come out and it just don't be as accurate. But we were homeless. We slept in our car 1 or 2 nights. But that particular night I had to think back, because I wasn't working at that time, because I had to quit the job because my husband couldn't sleep in the parking garage because we lived really, really far from the job. Yeah, that's a whole different story. But just where we were living at the time, things went south. We had to stay in the shelter. And on the night of that particular event, a friend who I love very, 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 very dearly, I didn't even know he had lived nearby, but he found out that we were homeless. We were living in a shelter, and we were sleeping on he and his wife at the time, their living room floor. So we were still technically living out of our car, because we were just sleeping on the living room floor. There was no space for our things or anything. We weren't trying to move in like that anyway at the time. But I'm very grateful to them. And it was something else I wanted to clarify. Oh, so as far as this particular video, I'm not gonna say the name of that company that I mentioned in the previous video, because I don't know if, like, I would have to go back and look for the contract and see if I'm even able to speak about like the company itself. But I'm gonna try to see how I can edit the name out of that video, just in case, just to save myself, because I ain't got no money for no lawsuit. Y'all, I'm trying to work. I'm trying to book. I'm not trying to get blacklisted already. Anyway, so let me get to the story time. I'm doing too much talking. This story time is about a time where I booked. Y'all, if y'all got actor friends, y'all gotta listen clearly, because there is a difference between I booked a gig and I wrapped a gig. Because there are often times where you can book something, but you never get a chance to even shoot that project that you booked. And yeah, you just never have anything to show for it. So over the course of the 9 years that I was in LA, I booked 3 different beauty campaigns. I auditioned for quite a bit of beauty campaigns, but then once psoriasis started to attack my face, I was not able to build that resume like I wanted. Like, one of my dreams was to be a cover girl, but then my face started to do this weird stuff, and I can't audition with flakes on my face. Like, it's just, so anyway, I started taking medication, and my face started to clear up, and I got confident, and I booked this particular popular campaign, beauty campaign. And I was really, really excited about it. Like, it was my first time getting back out there since my face had cleared up. Like, and this was, I want to say I booked that back in like 2019, maybe 2019. Yeah, it was 2019, because my auntie was visiting for spring break when I worked the job, because I did work. I booked it, I worked it, I wrapped it. But man, spirit works in mysterious ways. Anyway, so when I went to the audition, at the time my hair was like this short. I loved having my hair cut in my little taper, my little, I can't, yeah, it was like a taper cut, and I loved it. So I cut my hair, like I buzzed it the night before, like short enough to where I can kind of like slick it down, similar to like how Jada Pinkett hair was on Low Down Dirty Shame. If y'all know that movie, go look it up. So I had did my hair like that. It was really cute. And I went with a fresh face, because when you do a beauty campaign, sometimes like when it's makeup, it was makeup. They want you to have a clean face because they want to see your skin tone, because it was about different tones. And so I go, and it was fun. My hair slicked down. I was cute. So I knew I booked it. I knew it. Like I always look in the room. It was no other chocolate girls, but there was like a lot of blondes, and there was a lot of brunettes, and excuse me, and not the blonde or brunette, but there like different tones of girls, but there was a lot of the same, but there was not many that looked like me. So, and the lady that was there was just like, "Are you available on this day?" And she was like, "Okay, we're gonna give you a call." So I knew that they liked me. So I booked the gig, but when you book something, you always get an email or some type of contact from hair and wardrobe. So with wardrobe, it was cool. It's like a basic tank top. And hair and makeup. If you are a Black woman in the industry, this is a lesson for all of us. So, because this ain't got nothing to do with my face. I mean, it could. I could be wrong, because they never told me why. I'm just assuming what had happened. So in the instructions for hair and makeup, it was come with a fresh, clean face and your hair washed with no product. We will have hairstylists on set. And I knew in my gut not to do this, but I did anyway, because it's difficult to kind of gauge. Like, the thought in my head was, okay, I want to do my hair the way that my hair was when I booked this gig, but the instructions tell me to come with my hair washed. It's specific. As a Black woman, I didn't want to show up with a head full of gel, and then they had a specific way that they wanted my hair to look, and here I am, I'm looking foolish. So I'm gonna show up with my hair washed with no product, but I did pack my stuff in my bag so that I could do my own hair if it was a problem. So, mind you, if y'all ever seen what's that movie? Listen, what is the name of that? I can't think of it. Jennifer Hudson, well, Beyonce, and the girl that played Tiana. Dreamgirls. So on the movie Dreamgirls, there is a part of the film where Jennifer Hudson, at the end, like her hair's like in this little mini fro. And I mean, it's cute, but it's not as kept as the other girls. So that's how I showed up to this shoot. And I walk in, and the other girls, of course, their hair is flowy. And then there's another girl who clearly had weave in her hair. And I was just like, okay, so I should have came with my hair the way, so I go to the bathroom, and I can already feel like I'm out of place. Like, damn, I'm messing up already. So I get in the chair, it's my turn, and it is a non-colored woman. Should I colored is so like Jim Crow. It's a white lady that was doing hair. I don't know how else to say it politically correct. Like, she didn't seem like she knew how to do my kind of hair. Especially the way she was touching it. It was like, oh, this is nice. Oh, it's like she was really being sweet about it. Like, she didn't want to say anything offensive. Like, I could tell that she knew what she was doing. So I was just like, oh, I have stuff in my bag to do my hair if you need. And she was just like, no, I got it. I'm just gonna spray it down with some water, and I'm just gonna pat it out and shape it up. So I'm just like, okay. I knew that was ugly, like with the brand, like I'm familiar with the brand, so I knew that it just wouldn't look as it just did. I just knew that it just didn't look good. But as an actor, especially when you don't have no say like that, like I'm not an A-lister like that, so I've learned though. But at that time, it was like I didn't want to speak up and say, do can we kind of like do something different with my hair, kind of make me look a bit like, because those girls, the other girls were very glam and everything, like they were gorgeous. And so the lady did my hair, and it was really like, Afrocentric. And I get into, not that Afrocentric is a bad thing. I'm just going based on the look of the whole, like what I saw. These girls, they had blush on, like the lashes and all of that. And it was real glam. And so she just like sprayed my hair with the water to spray, and she spritzed like some kind of hairspray. It was sticky, and she just kind of did this, one of those little numbers. Okay, you're all done. And I was just like, I'm one of those ones where I just kind of go with the flow. So, because I'm just excited to work, I was just like, okay, what do I do next? And she was just like, okay, so you're in, you're gonna go here for makeup. And there was 3 steps to makeup, at least I thought, because I was watching what the other girls would, like they would do, fresh face, not, then it was like build the foundation, then add the powder that goes with the foundation, and then they had a glam look. So I was like, okay, cool. Well, okay, so 2 different things could have been the issue with this shoot. One, my face was clear, but when my skin would clear up with the medicine that I was on at that time, there would be like a texture like it is now, but it wasn't a lot of texture like it is now. It was light, but the way that they were zooming in, it was textured to the point where it wasn't acceptable, because I overheard them. Like I had to go sit back in a chair a couple times for her to kind of like fix the texture. But even the lady that did my makeup, she seemed like she didn't really, I don't know, she just seemed like she was uninterested. And she lightly, was just like, okay, you're done. Like, it was like she didn't do anything. Like, I know my face enough to where I could have like, girl, give me that. And I'm like, I would have known what to do. But because like, that's what I did. I was just like, okay. So I was uncomfortable because I didn't feel beautiful. My hair was a mess. Like, it just didn't, not that my hair in its natural state is not beautiful. It was just the styling of the shoot. I keep saying this because I know that although my channel is not big, I just know that people can try to nitpick with the things that you say, especially when it comes to our hair. So it's like, I love my hair, but with that specific look of the shoot, it was like, yeah, she could have done something different to my hair. Or better yet, I know better now. I could have done something better to my hair before I even stepped foot on that set. But I was following instructions. So, yeah, so I thought that, after the 3rd time that they sent me back to the chair, like I thought I was going to get the portion where you get the glam. I never got the glam. And then at one point, when I was in the chair, like 3 different people from the crew, like the production was like looking, but they were like watching the lady do my makeup, and they were like, now that I look back, it was like, were they looking at me pretending like they were in awe, or were they looking at me like, ooh, like, what is she gonna, like, is she gonna be able to cover up whatever it is that we see? Like, how can we, make this look good? So I leave the shoot. I'm just like, okay, thanks. I enjoyed myself, this and that. I always try to be pleasant on set. Always. Like, I always try to be pleasant. I've learned that too. That's another thing. When you are green, I've seen some green people that show up to set and they act like they already made it. And it's just like, ooh, like, no. Like, no. There's a way that you carry yourself. So I always try to be kind and pleasant on set, just as I am to anybody else, but I make sure, like, I'm very mindful when I'm on set, because you never know who wants to work with you again. You want to leave a good impression, and that's what I wanted to do. But now looking back on it, I know for damn sure I didn't leave a good impression. So the crazy part about this story is The next day, I'm on my way to take my auntie and my little cousin. We were going to a museum or something because they have been visiting. And I get a phone call from an associate that I worked with who I love. I've worked with. She's in production. She's like she got it. She got her shit together. And she put me in my first leading role in a short film. So I really adore her and I trust her. And she trusts me clearly because she called me from that same shoot because they were doing shoots for several days. She calls me and she's just like, "Hey girl, I'm in town and I'm doing some work on this blank blank campaign, the shoot, and there is a spot that they're trying to replace." And I'm looking at the picture of the girl that they want, and she like, "Carlette, when I say she looks like you, she looks so much like you." And I was like, "Hey yo, my girl looks just like her, so let me call her and see if she can come." And so while she's talking, I'm like gasping, like I'm holding my breath because it's like she didn't even recognize me. She didn't even know it was like me. She's thinking, "Oh, this girl look like her. This ain't her though." But this looked like she was just like, and they want to replace her. I was like, "Girl," I'm not gonna say her name. I was like, "Sis, like that is me. I just did that shoot yesterday." And she was just like, "Oh, really?" And she kind of played it off like real cool to not, but it was a very embarrassing moment. Like, it was a very embarrassing phone call. And my auntie, who was like, she came and she had been talking about how proud of me she was. And she's like, that was like gut wrenching to get a phone call like that. And I believe I was on Bluetooth, like my car. Like she called me and we were talking about it on my car and I was crying when we hung up and my auntie was like, "It's fine. Like when God closes one door, another one opens." And like she was really trying to encourage me. And I sucked it up because it was just like, let me just enjoy the rest of my day with my family. But the lesson in that is, and I wouldn't even say I'm green at that moment. I think because that was like in 2019. I've been in LA since 2012, but that was I think that was on my second beauty campaign that I booked. And it was a great experience while I was there, but to know that I was replaced sucks. And the only two things that I can say is similar to my previous video. Make sure you got your shit together. You cannot depend on hair and makeup to do your hair. I will never show up to set without my hair looking the way that it looked when I auditioned, unless there is a specific email directly to me saying, "Hey, we need your hair like this," or "Hey," like I'm never gonna do it. If it's a generic email of "Have your hair washed," I'm gonna show up the way that my hair was during my audition. Period. My makeup has been something that I've always known to do since the beginning because of my skin complexion and the problems that I had even during prom to get my makeup done. But that's a whole nother story, y'all. I looked casket sharp for prom. But yeah, I always come face ready, always. Even if it's just the simple base of my foundation, and I'll allow them to do the other stuff, but I always have my makeup done wherever I go, unless it's a beauty campaign where your face got to be clean. Otherwise than that, that's a lesson to you green people out there is trying to get into the industry. Hair, check. Have your shit together. Makeup, check. Even if they tell you to have a clean face, have your shade. Have your shade in your foundation, your shade in your powder, your shade in your concealer, your shade in, just have your whole makeup bag. And if you don't have makeup bag, like have those basics. Foundation, like I'm saying, this is for people if you don't do your makeup on a regular, so you don't have a makeup bag, just have your specific makeup bag for booking gigs with foundation with your shade, your concealer, your powder, a fix setting spray, brushes, like eyebrow, put like the color for your eyebrows, some mascara and liner, and a lip color that complements you, because there have been times where I've gone on set and I've been put colors that don't look appealing to my skin tone don't work. So always be prepared, always be ready. I'm going to continue to try to do more story times about my experiences as an actor, because I want to incorporate more of myself as an actor on this channel and even on my social media. I did book a gig, me and my family booked a gig back in February, and I haven't posted. Like, I want to get back into posting when I book things, but I stopped because of another gig, another couple of times that we booked things, and we're excited. We posted pictures, this and that, and then it never goes through. So you can book it, but did you wrap it? And when you wrapped it, did that shit air? So yeah. Thank you for watching. I hope that I didn't leave any gaps. If you got any questions or any other, like, whatever, put it in the comments. I don't even want to, like, I'm starting to be a little bit more loose with how I'm making these videos. Like, I'm not gonna stress myself out. I'm just gonna, y'all share, like, subscribe. I am working towards getting like some extra income into our household. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I want to be a great wife and help supplement the income that my husband brings in. We can always have more, and I want to always do better. If you are trying to book somebody, I'm currently not represented commercially or theatrically. I book well in commercials. If you want my resume, hit me up, because you'll see the proof in the pudding. Okay, I'm bullshitting. All right, y'all. Bye. Be kind. Be kind. That's easy. It's not hard. Please be kind. You don't know what nobody's going through. Okay, for real.